What's going on, YouTube? JT's Reborn here, and welcome back to another edition of my DC comic book reviews. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about Challenge of the Super Sons number 5. That's right, this is chapter 5 of 14 or 15 issue digital first exclusive series about our favorite dynamic duo, the Super Sons. It was written by Peter J. Tomasi, art by Jorge Corona. Colors by Luis Guerrero, letters Rob Lay, and then you have all these other people working on it. So the last issue had the Super Sons being blasted right to the past because at the end of issue 1 they were sent to the past, but issues 2 and 3 already set up the Doom Scroll and showed them, and then they went back. We actually saw them actually go back in, like what happened after the end of issue 1. So for some reason it's jumping around back and forth a lot, but now we're starting to kind of really get into the meat of things. So the last issue, they got captured by Vandal Savage and Felix Faust, and this issue is basically them trying to escape. We find a little bit more insight about what Faust and Savage want, and also the girl, Rora. So we'll go ahead and do a quick summation of the issue, and then we'll talk about things. So again, issue opens up, Vandal Savage looking swole as all hell, and Felix Faust, they see memories of them fighting alongside the Justice League to fight them, and they're basically trying to find a way to travel through to tomorrow, and they're trying to figure out how to do it. They're talking about this thing called the Mind Tablet. So they want to get to the future. They want to do their thing. And basically, Felix Faust is like, Vandal, I need your library of knowledge to continue and guide my work to these dark arts. So I think that's where the Doom Scroll is going to come in, is probably the next issue. Do not run from opportunity. Slave, watch over these past prisoners. So we find out that Rora, the girl that we saw in the end of issue 1, and the girl that they meet in the future, is a slave of Felix Faust, and we also see Jon and Damian trying to escape, and we see that she's actually been kind of awake watching him the whole time, and so they're brought in the past, blah, 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 blah. So they go there, they come across a giant monster that they fight. There is some Damian and Jon sense of humor. We come across this really nightmarish looking creature, and again, just the mouth and that looks kind of freaky, like something you'd see out of some like nightmarish horror film. And I like that. I like when you can add a horror touch. Jon is, of course, weak for magic. Damian is frustrated and pissed off because he hates the past. Again, banter, dynamic, really fun stuff right here. Then they end up getting eaten, but they end up getting saved at the end by Rora, who's the girl who says, Faust sent them after you after I told him that you guys escaped. But he does not know that I was the one who let you escape, and he's not going to find out about this because you're going to help me and get me to tomorrow. So for whatever reason, we're going to find out more of her motivations in the next issue, which is going to be interesting to see. I wonder if she'll show up in the future as a kid, because we saw her as an adult, but she might even come to the future like from her kid state. And again, I think that'd be kind of cool to have the Super Sons have a new friend that they go on adventures with. Anytime you can add someone else, I think it makes it a lot more fun. It's a shame that other books don't really have new original like villains and stuff for the kids to go up against so much, but this issue did, and I enjoyed it for that reason. Again, this is a very quick read. Every issue of Challenge of the Super Sons reads really quickly, so I think once this thing kind of comes out as one singular thing, when all the issues have been released, it'll be a lot of fun to kind of just go through and read the whole story simultaneously, because unlike kind of like the original Super Sun series or even Adventures, like the issues, since I think because it's a digital first series, if every issue feels really rushed, kind of, and like in terms of a standalone thing, I don't think it works quite as well. But I think when you have the whole storyline released at once and you really read it as chapters of an entire book, I think it'll lay together quite well. And I think that's kind of where the design comes through. And again, these are $1 digital issues, so and again, it's better than most of the stuff coming out of DC. And again, you're going to get the fun dynamic. You're going to get some jokes here and there with Jon and Damian. You're going to have little stuff with them in the past, but it didn't fully explore it as much as I would have liked to see them kind of in the environment more. But again, that might be where we go off with the next issue. So all things considered, again, there's nothing bad really in this issue. It just feels like as soon as it starts, kind of like the other issues, like as soon as it starts to kind of get going, it just kind of ends. That's kind of like the frustrating thing, is like I want to read the whole thing at once, and these chapters, since it's a digital series, they move by so quickly, and then by the time you're at the end, it's kind of makes you sad. So that's kind of where I'm at with this issue here. But all things considered, I still enjoyed this thing. There's a few funny jokes. The artwork is really good. You can see kind of in their facial expressions. I don't think it's quite as strong as some of the first issues in this thing, but I like the nightmarish, hellish creatures. I like the fact that they're adding in magic to this thing. I think that's a new thing for them to go up against, because you didn't really see the Super Sons go toe to toe with Magic per se in the other stuff. At least to my knowledge, I can't quite. Well, actually, no, they did face some Magic beforehand, but anytime you can bring Magic into a story with, a super Kryptonian or something like that, and how they have kind of a weakness for it, it makes it feel fresh as opposed to just kind of using Kryptonite. So I like stuff like that, and I like that they're going to have kind of somebody else to go along with them, kind of somebody to add to a little Trinity right there. And anytime you can get the Super Sons and adding kind of a third member to their Trinity, I think it works quite well. I really love the way it was done in Deceased Hope at World's End. I thought that would have been a really great Trinity book by adding Cassie to that mix. But for what it's worth, I think we got some good stuff here. So all that's considered, I did enjoy Adventures, or not Adventures, Challenge of the Super Sons #5. What did you think of it? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below. I think the next issue, they're going to kind of come across what the Doom Scroll is, and it's all going to kind of piece together once we see every little bit at once. So that should be interesting. But anyways, what are your thoughts on it? Let me know in the comment section down below. As always, hit the bell for notifications, like this video, share it with your friends. I'm going to be back tomorrow to talk about Future State Teen Titans #1 because, well, it's going to be like the first Future State book I actually pick up so I can review for the channel, because if it's Teen Titans, I got to cover it. So that's what's up. So look forward to that. I love Super Sons. Again, this is only $1. Be sure to support it if you're a Super Sons fan, because I want more content with the Super Sons. So that's it. That's all I got to say. As always, take care now. Bye-bye then, and I'll see you all in the next video.